I'm here with Seb Eubank, who makes his pro debut on Saturday's Groves versus Eubank card. How great is it making your debut on such an event of this magnitude?
Yeah, man, it's an honour. You know, this is a fight that the British public have wanted to see for a very long time. You know, there's been a lot of question in hand about myself as well, turning pro, so it all works out perfectly.
What's it like having yourself fight alongside your brother on this card?
Well, I'm going to be fighting alongside my brother on many cards, I'm sure, but to debut on a fight of this magnitude, you know, it's a pleasure, and I can't wait to show people what I can really do. A lot of people have seen my training, you know, a lot of people who know about the amateur rags, you know what I can do. So yeah, it's just time to jump into the pro game now and deliver.
How much of a influence does your father have on your career? Is it the same as Junior's?
My father's my father, so yeah, he's, you know.
In terms of your training and appearances at press conferences and the media?
Well, you're not going to see my father around me as much. I'm not signed to my dad, so you know, you might not see him as much as you see him with Junior. But you know, when it comes to training, when it comes to the wisdom of the sport, you know, we're always talking, and you know, with me, I'm a bit more of a lone wolf, but you know, his guidance is always going to be there.
What are your goals in terms of what you want to accomplish in 2018 in the sport?
I want to accomplish just being the best fighter that I can be. Now, if I fulfill my potential, you know, I think the sky's the limit. You know, the belts and the championships will all come with it. So I'm just looking to be as best as I can be. Train hard. I'm always training hard anyway, but you know, just up the levels. Stay focused, stay disciplined, and enjoy the journey. Really, that's the most important thing. You've got to enjoy it.
The Eubanks are synonymous with mental warfare. Do you see the mental side of fighting as important as the physical side?
If you're playing mind tricks, you know, it can work. I think the mentality is really something that you need to look within. You know, you got to have that mental fortitude. If you don't make it in this sport. So, you know, whether it's a mental state of mind for yourself, or whether you're trying to trick your opponent, it's all important.
So can fans expect you to be engaging in war of words with your opponents down the line? Is that going to be a part of your game plan?
I'm gonna let my fists do the talking. That's going to be my game plan. When it comes to talking up at press conferences, this is something I see as something. It's a tool to sell tickets. When people see my knockout power and my fighting style, I think that's going to speak for itself, and that will sell the tickets. I don't want to. I see a lot of fighters. They try and force some type of negative attitude towards their opponent to make them feel like they can. It gets them more hyped up for the fight. You know, I doubt if I know a man personally, I'm not going to have anything negative to feel about him. It's just a job. I'm going to get in there. I'm going to take you out as fast as I can, and that's it.
Now, just shifting to the main event, do you think George Groves has faced a fighter like your brother before?
No.
How do you see that fight going?
Junior stops him within 9 rounds. If George is careful and cautious, which he will be, he might be able to evade him for 8 or 9 rounds. But eventually Junior will catch up with him, where there's nowhere for him to run, nowhere for him to hide. And Shane will either throw in the towel, or the referee will stop it, or he'll get knocked out.
Do you think winning this tournament makes Junior a global superstar in the sport?
From what I've seen, Junior is already a global superstar in the sport. You know, even when it comes to interviews, when it comes to any type of boxing media, they love to throw in the Eubank name. You know, it just generates more hype. So I already see him as a global star. I see him as one of the top fighters in the world, rightfully so. You know, the people who doubt Eubank, or people who say that he's a gimmick or he's not the real deal, I think they're just lying to themselves. I don't think you can watch Junior and honestly tell yourself this guy's not the real deal.